Hi, we're here on another A&A Masonry job. It's all complete. I want to take you back to the beginning. I'm standing next to Sigourney. She's one of my colleagues. There's several of us that run around the city of Toronto, the greater Toronto area, meeting with customers and putting jobs in for A&A Masonry. And it's very important for us to fully understand what we're getting into. Now, Sigourney, this is your job originally. Tell us a little bit about how you got into this in the beginning.
Okay, good. So I got a call from this customer, like usual. And it was kind of one of these jobs in the middle, like you don't really know what's going on. So I had to come down here, and it was, the city doesn't want to deal with it. It's waterproofing, a little bit touchy. So then we worked out a really good solution.
Sure. Yeah, I remember. I think I was actually on the beach somewhere warm when you were calling me about this one, I think. And yeah, it was an unusual job in the sense that the city had done some work. I'm actually standing where they were changing the water line, and they kind of just left it just onto the owner's property line, even though it's kind of city property, but it's very, very small. And in configuration, it's technical. And so the city doesn't want to deal with it. Contractor doesn't really want to come and see these smaller jobs and deal with it. But Sigourney definitely wanted to help. It's what we do with A&A Masonry. And it also led to other things as well once we solved this, because I understood it was a really good fix for them. They were really happy with it. But what happened after that?
So then they had some troubles with pests.
Okay. Yes, some rodents were getting in there. And I've had that happen a couple of times before from repeat customers where they've called exterminators, they've tried all these different options, they can't assess or determine where these rodents are coming in. And the truth of the matter is that Toronto infrastructure, the subgrade infrastructure, is very, very old. And as they're transitioning and transforming the old sewer systems and pipelines that are essentially over 200 years old, they can disturb networks and freeways of rodents underneath there. We're talking rats and mice and things like that. And after we determined what was going on with this homeowner, we had a solution for them. And we also took that opportunity to change the aesthetic look of the house. You know, that's also very important to us as well. Nobody really gets to see money invested below the ground and solving problems like that, like waterproofing. But when you can do something to correct that, in addition to making the exterior enhanced, more beautiful, and actually add to the asset, that's always a win-win for A&A Masonry. So Sigourney and I are going to introduce you to the homeowner because we want to get her testimony as well. I'm looking at this job from before as to what it is now afterwards. It really came out beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you remember, we walked with the homeowner up and down the street.
Yeah.
And I took the liberty of saying, this job here that your neighbors did, this concrete job that your neighbors have done, we are going to beat each and every one of these jobs. We're going to make yours look the very best on the street. And I think you'll agree that this job definitely accomplished that.
Yes, so much so that her neighbor now wants some work done too.
That's what it's all about. Okay, let's meet the homeowner, and we'll get her testimony online as well.
A&A Masonry, an award-winning company servicing the greater Toronto area and the Golden Horseshoe. At the start of this project, you can see the condition of the property when A&A Masonry first arrived for inspection. The walkway between the home and the neighbor's house was in rough shape, cracked, broken concrete that clearly needed full replacement. The front steps and walkway were no better, worn down and in need of a complete rebuild. The old retaining wall, built from aging wooden beams, looked tired and outdated. Now take a look at the transformation. The new retaining wall not only adds beauty, but it also offers full protection for the garden beds on both sides. From managing hydrostatic pressure to ensuring proper water drainage along the wall and off the property, this structure was built to last. The newly installed stone steps elevate the home's appearance, but they're also sloped and set precisely to manage water runoff, preventing pooling and directing water safely away from the foundation. And finally, the stunning stone walkway that runs between the two homes and leads down to the street. Crafted with custom-cut stone, it creates a clean, elegant design. It's expertly graded to guide water off the property and built to endure for many years to come. Now let's go back to Greg and the homeowner to hear what they have to say about another high-quality job done right by A&A Masonry.
Okay, so I'm here with our homeowner, and she prefers to just state her testimony, which is totally fine. But we just wanted to get your personal opinion as to how you started to come into contact with A&A Masonry. How did you find us in the first place?
Well, we developed a sinkhole right in the front yard, and it was under the front steps, and that opened up about June.
Okay.
We battled the city over it because it is the city's right of way. We battled the city for June to October, back and forth between different departments, finally got our city councilor involved.
Wow.
And finally got permission to fill in the sinkhole, which was October. And then I was in a panic, and I called several places that didn't want to touch it.
Right.
And then I got a hold of Sigourney at A&A Masonry, and she was so good. She came out, they looked at things, they dug it all out, they filled it all in. I couldn't believe how far they dug down, like over 6 feet.
Yeah, I
and
remember.
Filled it all in and put bags and bags and bags of gravel there and packed it tight. And then we still had, because it had to settle, and we had an old wooden flower box there, it was starting to tip.
I remember.
And basically the laneway above that area was all cracked and broken too.
You're talking about the laneway between the two houses.
Between the two
The
houses.
concrete, which was concrete at that time.
Yes, like 80-year-old concrete that was patched and repatched, and we just decided, let's just tear it all out and do it. And it looks so nice now, and I have had so many compliments from neighbors walking by.
That's awesome.
And
do you remember when we took a walk up and down the street?
yes,
And I showed
you everything I didn't like.
And I showed you some of the things, all these jobs, but we're going to do that much better.
Yes.
And I think we achieved that, don't you?
And I think it looks really nice.
Nice.
I'm still working on the yard. I have to fill in the lawn now, but
That's great.
it's going to be nice when we get done.
And your experience with Sigourney as a representative for A&A Masonry?
Incredible. I can't believe she is such a good liaison person, and she answers me back, and she answers all my silly questions that I'm not sure of. And no, she's just been wonderful.
And helping you choose the stone and making sure we got the right combination. And then the crew itself, I think it was Chris and Benny that came on this job to do it. And
I think I had 4 different people doing things, 4 different crews doing
the
things.
original crew was Alex and the waterproofing.
The waterproofing in the backyard, and
that's right. Yeah, we did a lot of waterproofing in the backyard. We just wanted to secure the house with anything getting into the house and then transforming it as well. And I understand this is the last part of your leg for this house. You've been here for, I guess, several decades.
Since 83.
Since 83. And now you're going to leave it to someone else, and it's going to be really beautiful. Well, I'm really glad that you had a really good experience. I'm so amazed at how beautiful it came out. And I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, and I think it's going to improve the neighborhood, because all the people walking by say how nice it is. So
that's great. Well, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to serving you the next time you need any exterior work done.
well,
A&A Masonry will be there for you.
okay, that would be great, but hopefully nothing will break in the near future.
Got that. And there you have another happy customer and another job well done. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next job.
To schedule your next project, contact A&A Masonry today.